Hello saxo friends, Kadrian here, the Sax Habit Coach, bringing you the best practice tips, tools and ideas to help you as a beginner saxophone player develop the practice habits and routines to master your saxophone faster. So if it's your first time here, consider subscribing. Now in this video, I want to share with you 3 strategies that you can use to develop your breath control. Now having a good breath support is paramount to getting good sound over the entire range of your horn, not just the middle but the lower half and also the top over the entire range of your saxophone. Now for each of these exercises you need 3 things or 3 pieces of tools, right? You need a metronome. Now this is a big mechanical metronome. You don't have to use this. I just like mechanical things, right? Or mechanical tools. So you can use a metronome that's on your computer or on your phone. Secondly, you will need a tuner, because while you're doing these exercises, you're not just doing the exercises to develop your breath control, but you're also working on your sound simultaneously. And thirdly, you need a timer. So you can use one of these little things, or maybe you can use the one on your phone, okay? So you need these 3 pieces of gadgets to complete these exercises, because the timer and the metronome and the tuner, they're all going to work in tandem to help you to achieve the goal of controlling your breath over the saxophone. So the first exercise that you're going to do is a long tone exercise. So what you want to do is to set yourself some rules, right? And one of the rules that you could set yourself is that you're only going to work on 3 notes. Just 3 notes. Now, those notes you can stretch out over a few days, or you can stretch out over a week, because the goal is mastery. So you want to do it several times over, and it may take you a couple of days to really nail it, right? Because what you want to do is to ensure that those 3 notes, they're really settled and they really sound good. And then as you move up the horn gradually, then you are evening out every note on your horn. So that's one. Then you're going to do it chromatically. So instead of going diatonically, you go chromatically. So we're going to choose 3 notes: G, G sharp or A flat, and up to A, and you go in the opposite direction, meaning you're going to go up and you're going to go down in layman terms, right? And each note you're going to hold for as long as you can hold it. So you will notice on the sheet music that I placed a fermata over each note, because I'm going to hold the note as long as I can hold it. So it's going to be dependent on you to hold each note as long as you can hold it. If it's for 4 beats or 8 beats or 9 beats, whatever, that's how long you will hold the note. And when you can't hold it anymore, you take a breath and you start the process over. what you want to do for each of these exercises is that you are only going to do each exercise for no more than 3 to 5 minutes, because you don't want to wear out your embouchure. So you're going to go non-stop until the 5 minutes are over on your timer, because you're developing your muscle strength. The second exercise that you are going to take is a tonguing exercise. So basically you're going to use one breath, right? And we're going to limit ourselves to those same notes: G, G sharp, and A, or G, A flat, and A, whichever. G sharp, A flat, harmonically speaking, they're the same thing. Your metronome is very important, right? So in this exercise, I'm playing at 80 beats per minute. If you slow the metronome down, it means that you have to hold each note longer. The faster the metronome, it means that you're working on your tonguing to tongue the notes faster, and you will use less breath. But the slower you go, it means that your tonguing is slower and you are using more breath. And your tuner is to keep you in check. You're working on your tone and you're working on your tuning. The third and final exercise is one that I learned from my mentor. It is called the ha-ta-ta exercise. And basically what you're doing, you're going chromatically again, up and down. You can choose a series of 3 to 5 notes, right? Sometimes I like to go from G chromatically up to C and then go back down to that G, and I keep doing that during the process of the 3 or 5 minutes that I would choose to do that, right? And so what you're doing, you take one breath, and the first note you are attacking with a breath attack. So you're not going to tongue the first note. Attack the note with a breath attack, and you hold that note for 4 beats. And then the second note you are going to tongue. Then the third note you're going to tongue it and hold it for 8 beats. And then you are not moving your embouchure at all. So after you would have played those notes, what you want to do is rest for 2 to 4 beats in between each note that you are ascending or descending with, right? Going chromatically upward or downward. And what you do is take the breath through your nose, because you're keeping your embouchure in place. Even though you're working on your breath, you're working on the muscles of your embouchure, strengthening them so that when you're playing your low notes, your middle notes, and your high notes, all the notes on your horn can sound even. So this breath control is not just about your embouchure, it's also about developing a strong diaphragm so that you can support the high notes without biting through your lips and so on. So take these exercises. Now you can do one or a combination of any of the three. There are other exercises that can be used for the breath control. At the top of my practice, I usually, between the first 10 to 15 or 20 minutes is my warm-up, and I spend like those 15 or 20 minutes, because if you spend that time on your warm-up exercises each day, 5 to 15 minutes, I can tell you over a long period of time, like doing this consistently on a daily basis, you're going to develop a very strong embouchure and a very solid sound on your horn. So take one of these exercises or take a combination of all three and seek to practice them between 3 and 5 minutes on your horn, and give your embouchure a break whenever you feel tired. If the 3 minutes is too long, then make it into 2 minutes, but the point is to use your timer so that you can measure what you are doing and be able to progress. So guys, I trust that this video has really helped you in helping you to develop your breath control on your saxophone, whether you play a soprano, an alto saxophone, or a tenor or baritone. And as always guys, push, play until something happens.